Will Republicans be behind President Bush's promised veto of a bill including a timetable for withdrawal from Iraq? Public opinion very important in the debate on Iraq. Let's update you on this core question first. A mistake to have been involved in Iraq to begin with? 57% of Americans now say yes. That's been constant all year long. Second, the impact of the surge. A big debate on this. President Bush says there are signs of progress in Iraq as a result of the surge. So did Senator John McCain. Democrats, on the other hand, say no. What does the public say? 26% of Americans now say things have gotten better as a result of the surge. That means a majority of Americans say that things are either the same, that is no change, or have actually gotten worse. These numbers are slightly more negative than we found a month ago. Big political difference here. However, notice Republicans. Only 49% of Republicans say that so far things have gotten better as a result of the surge. Finally, the most important issue, timetable for withdrawal. That's the issue now forcing a showdown between the White House and Congress. Here's the question that we have updated. Do you think troops should be kept in Iraq as long as necessary, or should there be a timetable for withdrawal regardless of what's going on in Iraq? Right now, a majority of the American public, 57%, agrees with the timetable option. In other words, they would agree with the Democratic position. 38% say that troops should be kept there as long as necessary. There are, of course, major differences here by party. These are larger than we found on our question about the surge. About 2/3 of Republicans say that there should be no timetable. When you get over to the Democratic side of the aisle, 81% say there should be a timetable for withdrawal. Bottom line, President Bush does have support from his base to veto legislation including the timetable. On the other hand, Senate Majority Leader Reid has support from the overall American public and overwhelming support from his Democratic base to push for a timetable for withdrawal of troops from Iraq. Coming up on the Daily Briefing, we'll look in depth at the relationship between religion and support for Republican presidential candidates. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Editor-in-Chief of the Gallup poll with Democracy on Demand. Take the Daily Briefing with you. Search for Gallup at the iTunes Music Store.